Your mother.
Hi, howdy.
I think that's the only way I could start it from now on. Just saying your mother.
And then I say howdy.
Yeah. Bringing it back to my Boston roots.
Sounds like a plan, Stan. Your fucking mother's ass.
So, last time I said you were fighting a bear. No, you definitely listened to it.
I am a bear. My school's mascot's the bear,
You're
so I can't
fighting
be fighting them shits.
Yourself. You're fighting yourself.
Yeah, I was having an internal conflict with the inner bear.
Simply can't be doing that. Simply cannot.
Listen, man. I can do what I want.
Simply cannot doing that. But whole time I did talk about Will Smith. I'm gonna talk about him today because he doesn't deserve any more time. Because fuck him. Slightly.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Real fucked up. Real fucked up.
Chris Rock took that like a champ, though.
I heard he was still dumb. Broke after.
Which I would be too. Someone just walked straight up to me, slapped me in the face in front of a million people. I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, but if somebody's coming up towards me, I'm thinking they're gonna come slap me. So, or they're gonna come do something.
I mean,
I'm thinking they're gonna come.
I don't. If I'm on television, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not thinking anyone's gonna come do some out of pocket shit like that. You know, especially Will Smith.
Yeah.
I feel like Will Smith's like a level-headed dude. You know,
Yeah.
bro, his whole entire life has been out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but he
his
is still
whole
insane.
relationship. He's put his whole relationship to the world. That's his own fault.
It's Jada's fault for wanting to be famous.
Well, why did they have to do that whole like fucking podcast to begin with?
Because Jada wants to be famous.
They're just talking about how many dudes Jada banged. And
because
like,
Jada wants to be famous. Very simple.
She already is famous.
No, she's not. No, she's famous because of Will and Tupac. That's it.
That's fine. She's more famous than I am.
She wants more than that. She wants to be on top.
Whack.
She is whack.
Well, yeah. I mean, we know that now. She's bald.
Got a whole alopecia.
She's got the same thing that. Yeah, she's got the same thing that fucking Shazier has.
Yeah, but at least Shazier took like a champ, and then broke his spine.
I mean, I feel like it's different when you're a dude and you have it, because like Shazier didn't look all that wrong.
Yeah, but like she's had short hair her entire life, so like nobody really would have.
Yeah, well, she can just throw a weave on that
exactly.
shit. And, like, life will be
nobody
good.
would have
like,
noticed.
No big deal.
Like my grandma's alopecia. You don't see her complaining.
Facts.
She got plenty of bald spots.
Tell him.
That's all it is. It's really just bald.
My dad's bald.
Exactly. I'm gonna be bald.
But he just bald. I don't think I'm gonna be bald.
Must be fucking nice.
It's because it's like it goes. I don't know if this is like true, but like I've heard it's like your mother's father.
I heard that was a myth, and it's both sides.
And they have hair.
Which either way, I'm screwed.
My mother's father has hair. My father's father has no hair, but he also doesn't know my name. So
we have been over that.
I feel like that motherfucker doesn't have anything to do with my life.
He's just gonna try to get your hair himself
over there
while you're sleeping. Just do a little yoink on the top.
That'd be fucking dumb.
You'll still do it though.
I've seen that man like 3 times in my 21-year life.
But you want to talk about Red Sox opening day, and I don't know anything about it other than Chris Sale being injured.
Oh, fuck! I love the.
And we're still gonna suck.
You're gonna suck. You suck, Sticks.
Well, that's so rude.
I have the floor. Hush. All right. So we just signed the fucking guy, Trevor Story. Real big fan of that. Off year last year, only batted .250, but usually like a .280 hitter, .290. You know, big fan. Big fans of that. You sucks. And then we got the normal fellas, the boys, Rafi Devers and Xander Bogaerts, the boys. Kike Hernandez is still fucking gonna be hitting. Who else? Who's in the outfield?
We still got
JD
Dustin
Martinez
Pedroia,
is
right?
going to be DH in
2015, right?
We don't still have that. He only retired like 2019. Exactly. Actually, he was still on our roster in the 2018 World Series run and hadn't played like 3 years. And everyone was like Dustin Pedroia, he's coming back.
That's the only reason why I know him. Unless I have one of his.
Well, he won an MVP,
but like I didn't watch baseball at that point.
And Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it's like we talked about this. His first
4 years in a row.
3 or 4 years were like incredible, and then he just fell off.
Well, he was still solid for the Sox. He's got 3 rings.
That's all you could ask for, really. Could have no rings.
I mean, shit. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Or he could have had his rings taken away.
But we have some our rotation's the problem. Our pitchers, our hitting, fantastic.
We haven't had a good pitcher in a while.
So old.
I do know that.
They're all so old. Adam Wainwright, 100 years old. Rich Hill, 300 years old. James Paxton, 250 years old. We have Eovaldi, who's like really good, but shouldn't be our number one starter. And we had Chris Sale, but his stupid ass went and fractured a rib. And I was like, oh, well, that's fucking great. Went on the 60-day DL today.
So do you think he did the fracture his rib?
I don't know if anyone wants to do that math, but 60 is 2 months.
Depending on the month.
I don't know. He's probably doing some fucking wonky ass shit because he's a weirdo. He's definitely doing some like fucking yoga with like goats, and then a goat like kicked him square in the ribs and then just broke it. He's a weirdo, bro. Good pitcher, but is like 6'6" and then like 102 pounds soaking wet. Like, it's ridiculous.
I was told the only reason why we're keeping him is because this guy, he has information on this Alex Cora guy. I don't know who that is. Apparently he was one of our managers.
He is our manager currently right now.
I don't watch the Sox. I watch the Sox if we make it to the World Series. And then if we don't win, I still complain.
We came close. 2 games away last year. But we choked. I'm a bandwagon. I just threw my phone.
I'll admit it. I'm a baseball bandwagon.
I'm not.
I'm a Yankees fan.
I'm a
Yankees fan. Big Yankees fan.
Shut the hell
I'm taking you to a Yankees game.
The 2 worst takes you've ever had, that you like the Yankees and you don't fucks with candles. Like, the 2 worst sentences I think I've ever heard in my entire life.
I could come up with some worse ones.
I'm not going to get into your fucking candle theory anymore. I don't want to argue with you anymore about that, but just know that is in the back of my head, and I'm like, my opinion on you, Mr. Sticks, has changed.
Well, either way, candles still suck.
You just like to say everything that I like sucks.
I like basketball. I like the C's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like the Bruins.
We're gonna.
Yeah, I like the Sox more than I like the Bruins, actually.
I've actually like gotten really into like watching regular season Bruins and Celtics games this year because I've been just hella bored, and I'm like throwing them on, and I'm actually like invested. I've been invested in this year for both of them.
Basketball completely.
Yeah, me too. But like now, the season's kind of over because Time Lord got hurt, and we can't play the Bucks without Time Lord.
Yeah, but right now we're playing. Well, yeah. What's the time frame on him coming back though?
They said earliest would be the second round of playoffs.
I think we can survive because right now, if the playoffs were deadlocked right now, we'd be facing the Bulls, and I think we could.
And we'll definitely beat the Bulls.
So I think if it's, let's say he comes back at the earliest, I think we'll be fine. I don't know who we face in the second round, but
we'd be facing the whoever. Oh, the Knicks got eliminated. We're in the 2 seed right now.
4 seed when I woke up.
So we'd be playing the one of the play-in teams. So either Cleveland, which we'd beat, Atlanta,
we'd dog Atlanta.
Yeah, it'd either be Cleveland or Atlanta, and we'd beat either one of those teams. That's what I just didn't want to like get the first seed and then play like Brooklyn, and then have like Ben Simmons come back and Kevin Durant, and then like they just boot on us.
We all know that. But KD is still going to be KD, and Kyrie's going to be Kyrie, which is annoying.
And they absolutely shitted on us last year in the fucking playoffs. That's why I didn't watch it.
After like the third game, when we won, I was like, we maybe got this in the bag, and then we got decimated last game, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, the Lakers aren't even going to be in the play-in.
I checked. Bro. They have a 0.2 chance to make it in. Just to get in the play-in.
Yo,
what are they in 11th?
You motherfuckers! Yeah, they're 2 games back.
Well, they had a chance.
Right now.
They were tied with the Spurs, and they had a chance with the two games they had over the weekend. That they lost back-to-back games. I think Friday and Sunday.
Jeez,
they're awful.
They are.
They're literally awful.
We had a fucking huge turnaround, and it makes me so happy. We were like 21-23 in January, and then we were just like, you know what? Let's start playing basketball. And we were in first place at one point. I'm
fine with second place.
We're chilling.
Compared to being at like what? We were at 10th when we were like 21-23.
Yeah. I want to play the Bulls in the first round.
Because they've been really lacking after the first since the All-Star break. They haven't played that well.
They were in the 1 seed 3 weeks ago.
And then the Bulls became the Bulls again. Embiid has been playing out of his mind, but Sixers have just been weird this year. That's
what we need Robert Williams back to play either the Sixers or the Bucks, because we're not going to make it past either one of those two teams
consistently for the first time in his career.
I know. He's having a fucking great year.
We knew what he was capable. He just wasn't being consistent.
All defense type fucking year. But his stupid meniscus.
He could play with a meniscus tear. I did. I didn't actually do anything, but I still on the sideline. Does that count?
I have heard that from my girlfriend, who is beautiful. I gotta mention that.
That's the part I'm gonna cut out.
Because she's torn.
Jesus Christ!
You dick. She's torn her ACL and torn her meniscus, and she said that the meniscus.
It's definitely more painful.
She tore ACL and then played the rest of the she played lacrosse. She plays lacrosse and she played the rest of the game. But then when she tore her meniscus, she couldn't
because
walk.
It basically immobilizes you very quickly.
That's what Time Lord said it was a relief to have the surgery.
Because at least from what I remember, it was it just feels like a bunch of pressure in your knee. You try to move, even just stretch it out, and it just feels like you're literally trying to push 300 pounds off your leg. No.
Yeah, it's no fun.
That's interesting though. Torn meniscus hurts a lot more than ACL. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
That's what my center last year played the whole year with a torn ACL.
He's on. He has to play. Did he graduate? Damn. I was gonna say he has to continue to play. Otherwise, you guys are just gonna blow.
Bro, he was first. Exactly. He was first team all conference with a torn ACL. I was like, what? How does that even
him right now?
Did he play shit some games? Yeah, but then I would be like, well, his ACL is gone.
He's literally has no ACL and he's continued to play.
That's why I got my first start. So that we went down to Salisbury, Maryland for a game, which is 9 hours away from us, and they were ranked 14 in the nation, and we were 50 something. So already not going to be good. And so the week before, our center buckles his knee, and that happened every once in a while. And when he buckled his knee, I had to go in. But for some reason, when he buckled it this time, the swelling wouldn't go down, and he could only go back to practice and go back to playing if the swelling went down. So he hasn't practiced all week, and I'm just sitting here like, and I have 2 sprained ankles. So I'm like, I'm chilling. I'm not gonna play. Like, I'm just gonna go down to Maryland, chill out, sit on the sideline, live a life, you know. So like, wake up, go to the parking lot. We have walk through in the parking lot of the hotel, and he is struggling to do walkthrough. And I was like,
"You're like, let's not do that now."
And then he walks into the locker room, shit you not, probably 30 minutes before the game, and he taps my roommate Gabe, who was the starting left guard, who is also the backup center. So he taps Gabe and he's like, "Yo, you're gonna be playing. So you're gonna start at center today." And then like I just happened to glance over. I had my headphones on, and I like glance over, and then I like do one of these, like I take my headphone off my ear, and then he just goes, "Jackman, you're starting today." And I was like,
you just put your headphone back on. You're like, I'm just gonna act like I didn't hear that. Just go back to bed.
For the next 30 minutes, I was shitting my pants, and I was just like, it was my first college football start against the number 14 team in the country, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking die. But we didn't die. I didn't die. Life was good.
You don't have any more parts in your legs that work. Other than
I bruised my esophagus that game.
How? You get stabbed in the throat or finger jabbed?
No, okay. And Keegan's going to make fun of me for this. But, like, I hit somebody. I, like, pulled and I hit somebody. And then my face mask came down and hit me in the throat. And the bridge of my helmet hit me in the nose. So my nose started bleeding. I bruised my esophagus. And then I like tell my trainer, Tracy, who loved Tracy. She's the best trainer ever. She's like, what the fuck? How did you even, like, she's sticking shit up my nose.
She's looking at you like, you might be the dumbest kid I met.
She's like, what happened? Like, how did you bruise your esophagus? So then she had the team doctor come over to me and was like, the team doctor's like, yeah, you got a long bus ride. Just, like, make sure someone's next to you. So, like, if your throat starts to close, like, tell them to stop plus. And I was like, my throat's gonna close? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, sort of freaking out. But then, thankfully, my throat didn't close. And we didn't get dinner that night, so I didn't need to eat. Like, swallowing hurt. That was another thing. We stopped at a rest stop, and everything was closed. They gave us $10 per diem, and I got gummy worms. I was like, I just played a full fucking football game. You're going to give me gummy worms for dinner? Fuck you.
And then you went there and you're like, welcome to the salty spittoon. What did you do?
How tough am I? Had a bowl of nails this morning.
How tough am I?
Without any milk. I stubbed my toe this morning, and I only cried for 20 minutes.
Mine was 25 this morning. It was a hard morning. You hate to see it.
Clown.
You hate to see it. Absolutely hate to see it.
Patriots just traded for Devontae Parker, and I love it. I'm a big fan.
I love and hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
We just gave up. We gave up a third round and got him and a fifth rounder. Like,
I could say I'm not mad at it, because even if he's 65 to 70% of what he was, like, at his best, that's still a pretty decent receiver compared to what we had.
Bro, I remember watching him, like, the only game I've ever been to, the only Patriots game I've ever been to was Brady's last regular season game in Gillette against the Dolphins, where we lost. And Devontae Parker was cooking Stephon Gilmore, and that was Stephon Gilmore's Defensive Player of the Year. And I was like, this motherfucker's good. But then they just kept drafting receivers and then just got Tyreek Hill, so it's like they don't need him anymore. And, like, again, like you said, if he's like half the dude he was in Miami, like, he'll be good. Like, he'll
and that's why I'm
easily
not
be
mad
number
at
one.
Like, even if he's not, we didn't give up that much capital for him. So either way, you can't really be mad at it.
Yeah. I'm glad we finally made a move for
I thought
receiver.
it was fake. I thought somebody...
Like, fucking Allen Robinson was out there. Jarvis Landry's still out there. Could get
he's
him,
not number one.
No.
Like a true number one.
He'd be our number one.
But he's not a true number one. Devontae Parker is a true number one. which I'm happy we actually did.
I would take literally anybody.
You want to take N'Keal Harry?
I mean, Devontae Parker I'm happy with. No, I hate that guy. How many times do I gotta say that? I hate him.
Yeah,
I have his jersey. My stupid ass bought his jersey.
Our next visit,
Mom bought it.
We're gonna burn the jersey.
Nah, because like the Patriots have that thing where like if they leave, you can get to go fucking trade it in for somebody else.
What if he just never leaves?
I'd kill myself. He doesn't even have the same number. I have him as number 15. Number. It's fucking ridiculous.
But he's that guy, remember? He told Cam he's that guy.
Yeah, he's that piece of human garbage. I think he might be a great fucking dude. He might be a great person. I'm just shitting on him, but I don't care. He's bad at football. I'm bad at football too, but like, I know I'm bad. He thinks he's good.
At least you know you suck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm bad and I know it. He's bad and he thinks he's good. You have like fucking 400 total receiving yards in 3 years, and you were a first round pick. You're bad. God, I hate that guy.
Don't know why you bought the jersey.
Because I didn't buy it. I asked for it for Christmas, and I was high on the kid. Because as soon as we drafted him, I watched his Arizona State highlights, and I was like, this motherfucker pretty good. And then he didn't play for the first like 7 weeks of his rookie year, and I was like, I can't wait. I can't wait. And then he had a couple catches, and I was like, his rookie year, and I was like, I bet like this is looking good. And then
it never happened.
He sucked.
It is what it is, my friend.
What are you gonna do?
At least everything else we got was pretty decent. Well, not of that draft. That draft we literally dogged on every single pick. You want to know who I was high on? Devin Asiasi.
Fucking DK.
He's dumb.
Yeah, he sucks. Is he on the team still?
No, he is. He got 3 balls last year.
What was he? He was the one who went to UCLA.
Because Dayton Keene or whatever went to like Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when Gronk was freshly retired, and we were like scrambling
and we
to
just
get a tight end.
Wrong, all the way wrong.
Asiasi. I'm pretty sure, didn't Izzo beat out Asiasi for the fucking starting job anyways? And then Izzo was ass anyways, so it was like...
It didn't matter. But I did want to talk about this. I know I talked about it on my solo episode. The transgender swimmer, which is like a month past now. But we're always late. Yeah. What are your thoughts before I spew on this?
She's a dumb broad.
You did use she, which I congratulate you for.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, if you want to be called a she, they, shoelace, fucking zipper, like, I really don't care. Like, I'll call you that. Like, it's no burden to me to call you a fucking zipper. But, like, it's just, you shouldn't be swimming, bro. Like, you fucking, what was he, like, 250th in, like,
462nd
division? Yeah. Yeah, when he was fucking swimming with dudes, and then they
went all the way to number 1.
Shoelace goes and fucking swims at his number 1. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, I feel like it's really unfair because like they just like transitioned like a year ago. So like if they were like a transgender like way like when they were younger and like they were taking estrogen for like a long time, like then like I feel like it would be more fair. But like this motherfucker was a dude like last year, 2 years ago. So he's still got hella testosterone in his body.
I want to tell this story. I don't know if you heard like the whole story about it. There's this girl, I think at the same college, or if it's not the same college, a neighboring college that's in the same competition. She's a 5th-year senior. For anyone who doesn't know, 5th-year senior is a senior who's already graduated, so doesn't have to take any classes, but still has a year of eligibility. I can't fucking say words. Eligibility left for sports and stuff like that. And she's a 5th-year senior who decided to compete. and she got, I think it was 17th place, and they were taking 16 applicants. And because obviously she got number one, she got bumped out. And she was about to be in the Olympics, and she trained all of her collegiate career for this. And I was just like, that sucks. That sucks.
That's another thing that's like taking spots away from like real life women. I mean, not that that person is not a real life woman. It's just like,
I don't know if we talked about this in like our first episode, because I believe we talked about Dave Chappelle and his edgy jokes. He was like, imagine we put LeBron James in the WNBA. He'd be literally a god.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, that's so messed up to say. It doesn't look so messed up now, does it?
What are you gonna do? I agree with that.
And I'm not saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if the only way that they should be able to like compete with women is if they have been taking like women hormones for the majority of their life.
Even then, it's like, not just that. It's like men are physically, or I should say scientifically, more gifted than women. Like, there's a study that say between just you and Keegan. Keegan's a very, like, I'm not going to show pictures, obviously, but Keegan's a very built woman. For, what is she, 20? About your age? Yeah, we'll say same thing.
She's 19. She's going to cook my shits when she hears this.
I know.
I hope you know that.
But think about it this way. You physically break down, or you're able to produce muscle 3 or 4 times faster than she is. And it's just a scientific fact. Now, could she still cook you like in any sport? I bet she could.
Oh, absolutely. She can cook me in
she's bigger than you.
She's faster than me. She's stronger than me. She's not bigger than me.
She's bigger than you.
I'm 6'2".
I meant muscle-wise.
She's 5'9". Okay, yeah.
I know, not height-wise.
I will say, like, probably, like, proportionate muscle. Like, she might be stronger than me. She probably is. And, like, but, like, and she can cook me in most sports. Except for basketball. And I will stand by that.
You are actually the god of basketball. To me. So.
You see what I'm saying? She doesn't believe
Keegan,
me.
I could detest.
He's
the only teammate you want on your team.
That's what I'm saying.
And for listen to this about 4-on-4, we're cooking the other team. We're cooking.
Oh, bro, that 4-on-4 is going to be unfair. But, like, see what I'm saying? Like, I'm good at basketball.
Incredibly
like, I feel like...
I'm not even just saying that. I'd love to just be saying that, not to feed into his ego, but he's incredibly good.
That's the only sport I'm semi-decent at.
Semi-decent. You're like if we put LeBron James in the G League for a day.
Okay.
There's some days you get it cooking, and it's like, we literally can't stop you. Until you find a way to some way injure yourself. Which we've all done.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, my knees aren't what they used to be.
Only.
I've hyperextended this knee and sprained the MCL in both knees, and
gotta do Pilates. Gotta pull the TB12 method.
No, when I'm done with sports, I'm done with everything. Never. I'm gonna lose probably like 50 pounds, and then bull the rest of my life.
But to finish up on that topic was. Plus, there was just a bunch of other stuff. They were saying, she was going to the courts to fight and stuff like that. And there was, like, a whole bunch of protesters outside saying, oh, this isn't fair. But to those I say, it's like, how do you fix it?
Just don't let her compete.
But if you don't let her compete,
the only way you can fix it.
It's transphobic. But if you do let them compete, then it's making women sacrifice when they shouldn't have to. But if you make a whole transgender league, then you're segregating. Like, there's no win. There's no winning in any of this.
There's no win in any situation ever. But I would just say they can't compete.
I would say you have to form a whole new league. But you have to get enough athletes for that.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you could get enough people
10, 15 years down the line.
Play.
Really. Like, even at the speed we're at right now, that's still like a decade's worth down the line.
That's what, like, there's definitely not enough
athletes. Yeah.
Transgender athletes out there to, like, make a league of their own. That's funny. A league of their own.
But because they're just saying, oh, compete in the men's. But then you're going to have the people saying, oh, then if we could, like, cross do it. Because a great example they're saying is, there's this girl going to UConn. I don't know what her actual, I think it's Paige something. She's literally a god. Yeah.
From what? The basketball team?
Yeah.
Paige Beckers?
She's a god. But she's also a god in women's basketball. Not to say that she's not good at basketball. I bet you she'd cook me very easily. But if you put her beside, like, let's even just go like a smaller guard. Like Curry's he's only 185. I bet you if you put that's
still
what I mean.
6'3" though.
Like the average NBA height is still 6'2.5". While the average women's I think is like 5'8 3/4, which is just average male height. It's like, I just don't know how you can cross populate, if you know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know, man.
It's very touchy
subject. I don't want to say something wrong.
But I mean, it's worth having a conversation about it.
I think you could. I think you could put Paige Beckers in the fucking NBA, and
she's literally
like offensively at least.
Yeah.
Offensively, I think she'd still. But like they play like when I was me and Keegan, obviously she's a big UConn women's basketball fan, so we watch the games.
You're a very big UConn guy.
And like yourself.
You loved Kemba when he was there.
I was a big Kemba guy. And then I was a big Shabazz Napier fucking guy. But like that, the women's game is like a lot different. Like it's a lot like mid-range, heavy, and like not many threes, and basically like the NBA was like way back in the day. Like,
but it's also this is kind of their first step of evolution to their game compared to we've had like 75 years of the male league. I think I don't even want to guess how long the women's league has been going on, but definitely not 75 years. Yeah,
it was 99.
So they're still in like the first evolution. So I bet you once they get to that point, they'll kind of look more to like where we are right now. It's just they're always going to be playing catch up. They're always going to be playing catch up somehow because they're always going to be somewhat behind.
Yeah.
I can tell you want to get off this topic.
I actually like enjoyed watching. I have never watched a WNBA game.
Women's college basketball is very fun.
I enjoyed watching those games. Like it was actually fun.
Mm-hmm.
The women's?
Baylor's very solid.
No,
very solid.
We just watched the UConn, and we watched UConn. Fucking, what was that, like, double overtime game? Who they play?
I don't even know.
I fucking forget. But then, obviously, the championship game, UConn versus South Carolina, which was not a good game. For UConn, at least. They got kind of dookied on.
Well. But since we're on the topic of college basketball, I did want to talk about UNC versus Duke, and I could say I'm a very sad Duke fan.
That's it.
But unfortunately, I did see it coming.
My uncle's a UNC fan, so like I was kind of more leaning towards UNC.
I'm your best
personally
friend.
Don't really care.
You trust me
okay. First. I don't know what to tell you.
Me first.
I didn't think that Duke would lose to UNC twice like that.
I kind of did.
I didn't think that Duke, the players at like if I was a player on Duke and I lost and I lost Coach K's last game in Cameron to UNC, I'd be like, that's not happening.
And they
again.
did it again.
And then I'd play my fucking dick off in the Final Four.
There's this UNC player, Caleb Love. I think that's what.
Caleb Love went fucking off.
Dude. He went berserk. It's like he was like, "Oh, this is Coach K's final game. I'm gonna play like Jordan today, just to piss him off." You could even see Coach K was like walking off. He was like, "God damn it, this is my last chance."
I was like, they were up by 1. UNC was up by 1, and then like, what was it, like 45 seconds left, and then I was like, damn, they just gotta I was like, a 3 kind of puts this game away low key, and then this motherfucker just pulls from the top of the key and bangs it. I was like, okay then, I kind of put the game. Well, it didn't put the game away, but like, it was kind of a dagger. I thought it was all scripted, and Coach K was going to go out winning a natty. But
in the last episode I talked about, I was like, I have UNC winning. I mostly said it for superstitious reasons, but I did also think Duke was going to choke. It's what we do. It's what we're known for. Like, I think we just choke. It's our legacy.
You guys couldn't even win with RJ
exactly.
and Zion.
If we couldn't win then, you really think we're going to win this year?
Well, that was because RJ Barrett just didn't hit his free throws.
Don't remind me.
He hit the one that he was supposed to.
Don't remind me. But that was very heartbreaking, especially to see Coach K just walking off. He was like, "God damn it, why did you do this again?" You know, he definitely came into that game like he was like, "Oh, we're not gonna lose twice." Like you said, he was like, "Oh, we're not gonna lose twice." And then he was leaving. He's like, "They fucking lost twice. They really fucking lost twice.
These fucking dickheads
lost twice." He's like, "How did they manage to do it? How?"
I was like kind of in the back of my head. I was like, I kind of want Duke to win, just like so Coach K can go out a national champion. But like, they weren't going to be Kansas. UNC's not going to be Kansas either. Kansas is just going to fucking flop their dicks.
I don't remember if I said I had I don't remember if I said I've had Kansas or Nova winning. I think I said Kansas. I definitely could be wrong.
My bracket was bad.
Everybody's bracket was bad. Lie. Nobody had St. Peter's going as far as they did.
I did. Well, yeah, no shit. Nobody. Who was going to pick that? I did have UNC in the Final Four, though.
I did not. I had them losing in the Elite Eight.
I predicted the UConn upset.
Oh yeah.
To New Mexico State. So those are the two. I was like, hey, good for me. And then I was happy I got one Final Four team.
Usually I get like at least 1 or 2, which is shocking for me.
I stopped after I picked Virginia, and then they lost to UMBC. I stopped making a bracket for like a couple years because I was like, you fucking schmucks. Like, how do you do that? Their mascot's the Golden Retrievers.
Because I did have Kansas in my Final Four. I think I had Kansas win it. But I know I definitely didn't have Duke or UNC in my Final Four.
I fucking Gonzaga. Those fucking pieces of shit.
You know that,
those piscadillos.
Skinny, tall, like 7'1" motherfucker.
Yeah, Chet fucking...
What do you think he's
Chet,
like, his draft stock?
0. Nothing. Not getting drafted. Go home. Thanks for coming. Play overseas. Go bye.
So you don't
Goodbye.
think he's...
Have fun.
Some people are saying he's Kevin Durant-esque.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. He's not Kevin Durant-esque.
Close. I just want to make sure we're on the same page, because from what I saw...
Oh, fuck out of here. He's
but
decent.
Like Kevin Durant, he's 7'1" and has the greatest jump shot.
Just like the best offensive fucking player in the league right now.
He gets 50 whenever he wants to. He just got 55. without even trying. And then Chet's lucky if he gets 20.
Chet was it? Chet home something. Yeah, no, he's not fucking.
But they're like, oh, he's a great defender, and I'm
didn't
like,
even hear those.
He's literally a beanpole. I'm like, unless he wants to take Giannis' steroids.
That's probably the only reason why they're comparing
KD.
Fucking.
But like their playing styles are completely different. Like KD doesn't really play in the middle. KD actually has an offensive game. Actually has a bag. While him is more like, I see ball, I try block ball. I did not block ball. I'm sorry. Because I was hearing people say, oh, this kid's going to be pretty good. And I was like, I don't see it. I was like, I literally don't see it. I was like, maybe I'm just wrong, but I don't see it. Like, there's some people you just, like, Zion. We saw it, but we also was like, he's going to be a fat motherfucker if he doesn't stop eating. Ja, I feel like after his first year in the league, we saw it, because I didn't really watch any of his games at Murray State. But Ja.
I watched the one fucking March Madness game he played, and I was like,
now he's a dark horse MVP candidate if he wasn't always injured.
Yeah, if it wasn't for fucking Jason Tatum was going to win the MVP because he's the greatest player to ever fucking live. That's what I'm saying.
Beat the brakes up. What was it? The Wizards? 144, 102.
The Wizards? Oh my god.
It was the largest win margin or loss margin they've had in I think it said 4 seasons.
The Wizards are a fucking poverty franchise. Everybody in Washington sucks. They lucky they got a fucking championship with the Nats. Commanders are fucking awful. I hate that. What are they? The Schneiders? Are those people that own the fucking team? They're going to be forced into selling them because they were fucking holding back revenue from the other team. Like dumbasses. Like that team was that franchise so good way back in the day. And now they're literally the worst run franchise ever to ever exist.
The only reason why I kind of support them is Chase Young. I really like Chase Young, and I also just really like
makes you an Ohio State guy.
I like Sean Taylor, my favorite football player of all time. So I somewhat support them for that.
I was such a huge RG3 guy. I was such a huge RG3 guy, and they ruined his career.
They did.
I was like, wow. He was like, ow, my knee hurts. And they were like, you're playing. And then he fucking blew apart his knee. And then they refused to play him.
Yeah, if you haven't seen, they don't really know what they're doing.
No,
they act like they do. And somehow people believe it. But
they thought Kirk Cousins was the answer. Motherfucker's the most average quarterback I've ever seen, and everyone
and apparently he's still good enough to get. What did he get? He got some crazy amount of guaranteed money just for 1 year with Minnesota.
$86 million or something shit.
No, just this year he got an extension for 1 year, and he got some crazy amount of money. I think it was 30.
Fuck him. I am such a big Kirk Cousins hater. Always have been. Always will be.
That.
I hate that. Ever since that, I was like,
wasn't
this
that
guy
against
sucks.
Philly?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they were down 13, and he came back and won 24, 23, something like that. And he came into the locker room and said that, and I was like, maybe he's decent. Never played a great game after that. And everybody does realize Justin Jefferson just makes him look like a god. Him and Adam Thielen. Because they're just, what? Justin Jefferson is already a top 10 receiver. Adam Thielen is a very good receiver. I don't know what number you give him, but then they just make him look amazing when realistically he's poverty.
Fuck him. I am such a big hater on that motherfucker.
You really hate that guy, don't you?
Yes, because everyone there's so many people that are like, oh, fucking Kirk Cousins is overhated.
People put him in their
blah
top
blah
10.
blah. That's wrong. That's so wrong. And these are the same people that are saying like Baker Mayfield's the worst quarterback to ever fucking live. When he had one bad year when his fucking shoulder was in two pieces. That guy.
But he's not the worst quarterback. There's a lot worse quarterbacks out there. Realistically, say Browns were just to drop him today, I think the Steelers should go after him. Because he's better.
Baker Mayfield's so overhated.
He makes himself overhated, but he's better than Mason Rudolph. Easy. He could literally shit on fucking Dwayne Haskins. Who else do they have? Who else do they sign? He's better than Mr. Trubisky. He's better than Mr. Trubisky.
You mean to tell me that you think Baker Mayfield deserves all the hate that he gets?
He puts it on himself, though. The same way Odell did. The same way. If you act like a diva and then don't take responsibility, like I'll say this: did you not?
What responsibility do you want this man to take? He won. He pause. Hang on. Evan's talking. He won the Browns their first game in like 2 years. His rookie year, he brought them to the fucking playoffs and won them a goddamn playoff game for the first time in 20-something years. And then he had a bad year when he was hurt all year, and now everyone's like, fucking get rid of him. Like, I don't like that.
I'm not saying
give him a chance.
Way they did. Well, obviously the Browns aren't a very well-run franchise because the way they did it was awful. More than wrong. As much as I don't like Baker Mayfield, I think they did him so dirty. And especially by going, we're not going to... They should have let him go to the Colts. I don't know if the Colts didn't want him, but they should have let him go to the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts getting Matt Ryan was kind of dumb.
I don't know. You would have got younger. You would have got same arm talent.
They should have gone younger.
They're both kind of the same stage in the career, I would say. But you get younger.
Trading for Matt Ryan is just like continuing this revolving door
at least if you get Baker.
For the Colts.
I'm not the even biggest Baker fan. He's 26, I think, 25. So he's pretty young.
Or something so
let's even say he's serviceable. Let's say he does what Kirk Cousins does. That's still 10 years, really. You could work with that compared to with Matt Ryan. You have 2 years.
That Colts team was one good quarterback away from
they had
making the
Carson
playoffs.
Wentz for whatever reason and thought that would work.
Yeah,
I'd honestly take Baker Mayfield over Carson Wentz.
No shit.
Yeah, but you know how much I hate.
If you said otherwise, I would have.
But you know how much I hate Carson Wentz more.
Carson Wentz is the worst quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Starting quarterback.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Mike Glennon is the worst quarterback overall in the league. That motherfucker's ass. That guy is terrible.
That's funny. But realistically, Baker does it to himself, though. He doesn't take responsibility. How are you going to tell me, when he's playing well, he's playing out of his mind, and then when but it's his injury. But nobody wants to say that about Odell's injury.
Well,
I hear chirps right now. I hear chirps
in there. I'm in the middle of speaking, you motherfucker. What are you even? Baker Mayfield didn't goddamn clock a kicking net. It didn't have a temper tantrum on the goddamn sideline.
Instead he does
There's different scenarios.
I'm sorry, Evan. Did you not wake up feeling dangerous this morning?
That was the gayest thing you ever
Yes, sir. I'm cutting that part out. I hope you know that. No, I'm cutting out the yes, sir. That's it.
Oh, okay. Because you keep that part in, Sticky.
No, well, yeah. Did you not wake up?
Makes you feel better.
Did you not wake up feeling dangerous this morning?
I did not wake up feeling dangerous. I woke up feeling like a mild-mannered citizen.
But just to finish up on that, it's very clear the Browns don't know what they're doing because right now they're paying Deshaun Watson $230 million
to not just play.
That. I'm guessing that's maybe the reason why they're keeping Baker. But if I'm Baker, I'm not playing for them. Like you're getting
I'm
pretty sure the 19 million is guaranteed. Don't play.
But he doesn't have another choice, really. His other choice is the Panthers, and they're awful.
I feel bad because I really like DJ Moore, and he's like on that Deshaun Hopkins path where he's a very good receiver, but he is no good quarterback. C-Mac can't stay healthy and probably won't ever stay healthy for the rest of his career. He's probably got like 3 more years before the league just says, no, we can't do this anymore. He was good for like 2 years and then just can't stay healthy.
Yeah. That roster's just too bad. Like they have but
they have they have Brian Burns coming out of BC. I remember when he came out, I was like elated.
They have Horn on the back end, like when he's obviously hurt himself.
That injury was so freaky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see why he didn't want to go to the Panthers. They don't have anything. Like realistically, if he goes to the Panthers, he's going to a way worse team. So if he plays worse, of course he's going to play worse. You have no talent.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll give Baker Mayfield his fair shake. He's not the worst quarterback. And if he could, I think he could elevate an Indianapolis team. I think if they had Baker Mayfield, I think they at least make the playoffs. How well do they do? I don't know. But I think over Carson Wentz, I think they make the playoffs.
But, I feel like the AFC's wide open
AFC? Right now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, the Chiefs just lost their whole fucking receiving core. I think the Bills are probably, like,
Bills are the
top right now. Like, the Bengals beefed up their fucking O-line, but, like, I don't see the Bengals beating the fucking Bills. Then, like, if you throw the Colts in there, now they got Matt Ryan, but I don't see, like, Matt Ryan's not that guy.
Ever since that.
Patriots aren't going to make the fucking playoffs because we got fucking worse.
Yeah, but what do we think Miami's going to do? Because, like, I don't see it in Tua. I don't. But at the same time, when you have Tyreek Hill, it doesn't really matter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he can just throw, like, a drag, and Tyreek Hill takes that for 30 yards. Like, Tyreek Hill is going to make him look like a top 3 quarterback, and then he's going to get paid like one, and then Tyreek's going to leave, or Tyreek's going to retire, or gets whatever. Let's just say Tyreek doesn't play for the Dolphins anymore, and he's going to look like, wow, we really shouldn't have gave him this money. That whole, like, trade, like, really just blows my mind. They just came out of nowhere. It was just like one morning, like
on top of the world.
Like, the Chiefs was like, the Chiefs were just like, "Yo, like you can go ahead and look for a trade." And then 2 hours later, he was on the Dolphins, and then we were all just like,
I even see that first part. I remember I was at work and I'm putting in like outlets and stuff like that, and I get like a big ass buzz on my phone. I'm like, oh, so I look at it and it says Tyreek Hill trade. I was like, all right, who's playing a joke on me right now? So I like open it and I'm like, wait, we're being dead ass right now. I was like, he's no longer on the Chiefs. And, like, I kept refreshing my feed. I was like, there's no way I'm not being punked right now. Apparently, I wasn't.
That's what it was like. One of my roommates texted in our group chat and was like, the Chiefs, like, granted Tyreek Hill's request to seek a trade. And I was like, what? And then, like, an hour later, it was like, he's down to the Jets and Dolphins. And then an hour later, he was on the Dolphins. I was like, how did that happen?
He was like, I was never going to the Jets. That's the most poverty franchise right now, actually. That's the most poverty franchise.
Yeah, they're bad.
We don't actually think Zach Wilson is going to be what they think he's going to be. The babyface assassin.
No, he's bad. He's not good.
Yeah, but at least Joe Flacco's his dad.
Jumbo Joe.
He tweeted out, he was like, oh, it's always good to have a veteran quarterback in the locker room. Love you, Dad. And I was like, go get a room. Go get a room. You're going to lose anyway. Go back in the locker room. Just retire.
Joe Flacco still in the league. What a guy.
People still think he's an elite thought he was ever elite quarterback, which he never was.
That motherfucker was never an elite quarterback.
His defense carried him.
Nope. He had a solid playoff run. and that was it. He was solid. That the only word I will ever use to describe Joe Flacco is solid.
Even
not elite, not good,
even
not
solid
great,
is really
solid.
taking the cake. Like I'll say, yeah, for that one playoff run, he was solid, but like out of his career, he was overly bad. Like that's just how you have to put it.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Give him a solid.
So I did want to tell a story today.
All right, motherfucker. Say that.
I think you're gonna enjoy it. So 2 Fridays ago. Yeah, 2 Fridays ago. From time of this recording, which is Monday, April 4th, my car got stolen. Yeah.
Oh my God.
The little
Which
Tacoma
one?
Bullet. You gave him that name, by the way.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Because he was a fucking...
Yeah. So I go to start it, right? Go get my stuff, go back outside, and I'm like, And like I'm usually pretty drowsy in the morning anyway, which isn't safe to drive, but gotta make money. And I'm going and I look around, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I left a car here. Where is it? And like I'm laughing to myself because I'm like, I feel like the movie Dude, Where's My Car? And I'm like, there's no way this is real. I'm like, I'm definitely dreaming right now. So I'm trying to slap myself awake. I'm like, ow, that hurts. Let me stop that. So I go inside, and then I go to my parents. I'm like, I think my car just got stolen, and I'm obviously still not talking to them, so I don't want to talk to them. But I'm like, I need the security camera footage. So I look, and I'll put this up on the Instagram for anybody who wants to see it. You can literally see a guy. You can see a guy literally put on his jacket. Apparently, it was a white guy. You can't see it in the footage because it's dog shit footage. But apparently, from the neighbor's footage, you could see it's a white guy. Walks up, puts on his jacket. He's like, nice car. Gets in, speeds off. It's
not a nice car.
Speeds off. Oh, he's definitely
wrong.
Speeds off. Almost hits my mailbox, right? Fast forward a week, next Friday. Hear nothing back. Absolutely nothing. I'm thinking, all right. Because I had my tools in the car, I had my laptop, so I had to buy a new one, which is why this is somewhat nicer. Which is why I'm actually able to edit now. So, blessing in disguise, sort of. Not really. I still have to pay 400 bones for that. But I digress. So, hear nothing back. I'm like, yeah, I'm never getting any of this stuff back. Insurance isn't going to cover it. I'm going to be paying out of the ass for everything. Fast forward to Sunday morning. I get a call from and it ends in 2424. And I'm like, anybody who knows me, if I don't have your number saved, I'm not answering the phone call. Even if I do, sometimes I don't answer. So my girlfriend sees the call, and she's like, that's the Stone Police Department. I was like, how would I know? I'm like, I was like, how come they don't label it Stone PD? Like, they have the power to do that. But whatever. So I called them back, and I'm like, oh, do I have any news on my car? And the receptionist must have just been on a bad day. She's like, yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I was like, okay, bye. Hang up. Get a call an hour later. They're like, yeah, we found your car. I was like, sick. Where was it? All the way in Dorchester.
Oh, yeah. That's a trek.
Took it from Stone to Dorchester. But I'm like, fine.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. Somebody stole your cars from Dorchester. And
not even just that. Apparently from the Friday morning and the Thursday night, there was 50 break-ins just in Stoughton. Like in and around Stoughton alone. So you got lucky, motherfucker.
Hey, man, I'm here. I ain't got no shit there.
You got your mom there.
Yeah, she can handle herself.
But, so they said they found it. I'm like, all right, cool. Where can I get it? I have to go get it in Dorchester. I'm like, sure. Go take a trek down. This is a very annoying story. I hope you know. It's still going on. But I go to the towing place. They're like, all right, you need a police slip. I go, all right, go to the police station. Go get a police slip. They're like, yeah, you're not the registered name, so we can't give it to you. I have to get my dad involved now. and we're not on speaking terms, so this is all fucking aggravating. Fine, he goes to go get the slip. I go back to the towing place today so I could go at least see the car. And what I'm going to say this right now, D&D Towing in Boston, never go there. Never go there. Apparently, this woman's like racist, an asshole. Apparently, her boyfriend assaults people. So, of course, I was just told now, apparently, when they find it, they're supposed to call you and be like, all right, where do you want it towed? I didn't get that call.
You got to come pick this shit up in Dorchester.
So I'm like, so we have at least what we think everything. Go pick it up. They're like, yeah, we're not giving you the car. We're like, okay, fine. We don't want to go. Can we at least just see it? They're like, no. I'm like, it's my car. What do you mean? And they're like, no, can't see it. And they're just being complete assholes about it. They think I'm going to break into the store. And I'm like, that's racist, you white lady. That's racist. And I don't mind saying it. She's racist. So, fine. And then I called the Stone Police. I don't know who this motherfucker's name. I wish I knew his name. I would have slandered the fuck out of it. And I definitely would have got sued. So, who cares? He was a piece of shit. Because I call, and he's like, well, I call, and he's like, do you have an emergency? And I was like, no. If I did, I'd call 911. And he's like, oh, I'll transfer you. Guess he couldn't transfer me anywhere else, so he takes the call. And I'm like, I want information about, like, why I can't see it or what's wrong with what was the condition the car was in. And apparently, and then he was like, oh, I don't respect the attitude, sir. And I was just like, what fucking attitude? I was like, dude, I work the same amount of hours you do. I don't know why, because you have a badge, you think you're cooler than everybody. I was like, take that badge off. Let's see what happens.
That's probably
no, I didn't say that. I said that in my brain. I was sort of thinking.
Okay.
No, but I was like, what I actually said was, I was like, I don't have an attitude. I was like, dude, I work the same time you do. He was like, oh, if you're going to have an attitude, I'm just going to place you on hold. I was like, sure. So I hung up. Call back. And then basically this other guy was like, the same guy answered. He was like, oh, if you're going to hang up and have attitudes. And I was like, dude, you're a cop. Do your job. I screw in light bulbs for a living. If they tell me to screw in a light bulb faster, I have to screw it in faster. That's how life works. Like, you have to do your job. Like, it's simple as that. I'm not even trying to be rude. I'm just trying to be honest. Like, if my boss comes to me today, he's like, I want this stuff done. I have to get it done. If your coach tells you, I want 500 push-ups, you gotta do 500 push-ups. Am I wrong? That's how the world works. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he's like, oh, you got an attitude. I don't know who pissed in your coffee, buddy. I just want to know what the fuck happened to my car. So, and then go through that bullshit. Find a nicer guy this time. And he's like, okay, I can't do anything. I need you to call Boston PD. I'm like, what? Why does everybody want to give me the turnaround today? Call Boston PD. They put me on hold for like half an hour. Finally get a call back. And they're like, and this, I don't remember what her name was, but she was the sweetest lady on the planet. I'm going to find out what your name is, and you're going to be what I name my child after. That's how sweet she was. That's how sweet she was.
Wild.
Because then she's literally doing everything she can. She's like, oh, okay. So she figures everything out. She's like, oh, because I asked, I'm like, why can't I see my car? And then finally she comes back with an answer. She's like, oh, so apparently insurance does have to get involved because they took the plates and they wrecked your car. And I was like,
oh no.
So I'm guessing my stuff's gone. And they're like, oh yeah, way gone. And I was like, God damn it. I was like, why did you steal my stuff? My pants were in there. I just wanted my pants.
Just leave the stuff.
They stole my Kyries.
Oh no. Not the Kyries.
Very upset. And they were like that nice one too. The one that Frankie doesn't like, the heavy ones. Mm-hmm. Very upset. But to end off that story, basically, since I guess they stole the plates and wrecked it, insurance has to come and be like, are we going to total this or are we actually going to fix it? and I still haven't. I still haven't even seen the car.
Plates?
When I get to actually be able to see the car, I will be posting the video and pictures on the socials.
Why'd they steal the plate? How'd they know it was your car if the car?
I guess the VIN number, like when you open up that door, that little sticker.
God, this story
it's very wild. That's also why our recording schedule.
That's a nice little cliff. It's a nice little cliffhanger.
That's why our recording schedule has been like weird, because like I've been having to deal with that. Like I've been like, oh, I want to record, and then it's like I have to go deal with the police on this, and then it's like, oh, I want to record. Didn't have a laptop. So I've been having to try to deal with that, and it's like I don't know what to do.
I wouldn't know what to do either.
Because at first I was like, I'm just like joking myself. I'm just like, I didn't actually have this car. I'm just sleeping. I was like, there's no way this is actually happening. And then I call my boss that day, and he's like, apparently he thought I was lying. I was like, why would I lie about my car getting stolen? To get out of a Friday? I still have to come back in Monday. I just keep that lie up for however long. Destroy my car myself.
Yeah.
But yeah. I did want to say
crazy.
Stone PD. Let me not say that in case I get broken into again. In case I get broken into again.
Let's keep that in your brain.
But apparently, like, they have want to know the wildest part? It was just parked on the street. Like, they destroyed it and just parked it on the street.
And then they just.
My question though, why steal the plates? To go put on another car? Those plates are hot. That doesn't make
no sense. Yeah, if somebody runs your plates, they're like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Those plates don't belong in that car.
That's why? Like, fine, you want to destroy the car, fine. You want to steal the stuff inside it, fine. But like, why steal the plates? You're making yourself even more of a target.
Yeah, that's wrong.
This guy has to be like, like complete like either first time or he's going to be like the rookie of the operation. Like, they got to have a whole operation to be able to pull off 50 break-ins, because they broke into 50 cars, but mine was the only one they stole. And I'm just like, my car isn't even nice.
They're like, this is nice.
He's like, ooh, nice upholstery. I'm going to take this.
They're like, this one's got Kyrie's in it. I'm taking it.
Wanna know what would have really sucked? I almost put my steak and cheese in it. I would have been really upset to miss my steak and cheese. You don't understand. I would have wanted my steak and cheese so bad. I would have chased him down just for my steak and cheese.
Fair enough.
Man's got to eat.
True that. I hope that gets resolved, Stickman.
I guess I don't even know if they're doing an investigation on like who did it. And I was trying to post some like CSI. I was like, we got fingerprints, boys. We got fingerprints. I know he didn't touch the steering wheel without gloves. We got fingerprints. We could find this guy. He's got to have a record for B&E, breaking and entering. And I'm like, am I the only one that watches Bones? What we got going on here?
Watched Bones and Forensics like one time in high school.
We watched a lot of weird stuff in high school.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I wanted to end it off, with a very annoying story.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. Just hope you find.
See, this is why I didn't want to tell you what the story was. This is why I didn't tell you when it happened, because I wanted your.
Yeah, now you get my raw reaction.
You're just there like, I don't know what to do. I just find it very funny, because I bet you he was like, I came off with a lot of stuff. Then he opened my car and he was like, God, this guy bought all the shitty tools, didn't he? And I was like, ha.
It's like,
what really pissed me off though is I bought these nice sunglasses, and they were like $150, and that motherfucker's gone. That motherfucker's gone.
Shame.
They took my favorite pair of pants.
Motherfucker's gone.
I was more pissed off about my pants and my steak and cheese. I have weird interest, if you haven't noticed. Like, the car, fine. My tools, fine. I just wanted my pants and my Kyrie's.
Hey, man.
It is what it is.
Maybe they'll reimburse
I'm hoping
you.
so. Like I said, whenever I get those pictures of how wrecked it is, I'm going to post them on the socials. We have to get more active on the socials, though. So whoever wants to be our social media manager, please hit me up, because I don't like doing socials. It's really annoying.
I ain't doing it. You know that shit.
Evan's looking at it like, I'm not doing anything when it comes to socials.
I don't even run my own socials. I post once a year.
We chose the worst two people to run socials. You need a motherfucker who posts like every day and doesn't care. So like I said, if anybody knows who wants to do it, please tell me and hit me up.
We'll pay you $0.
Job starts off as free. 100 work hours a week.
No money.
Final thoughts?
That's some wild ass shit you're going through, man. Go Sox and bye.
The guy who took my car, it wasn't even that nice.
Why'd you take the plates, man?
I don't even care if we catch it. Just write me a note. Be like, this is why I took the plate. Just explain. That's all I want to know. But, bye. I want my plates back.
Bye. Give the man the plates.